Hey everyone, welcome to the MatMadik channel. I can't believe I'm doing this video. I tend to stay away from the topic of actuality. I deliberately said actuality, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one that gets people up in their feelings quite a bit, and I'm not about isolating people. Absolutely not. Damn I. Well, I can isolate political opponents, but that's all fair sport. You know, at least we're choosing to be in that way and going at it that way. But yeah. Anyway, yes, as a conservative, just to talk about people not choosing their orientation and all that. Well, that seems to be a touchy topic, eh? But all I can say is if you wanna, no one person wants to turn around and say somebody didn't choose to be an MAP as they're calling it these days, and these people are irredeemable and so and so, then what say you about adult people of certain orientations? I understand Officer Brandon Tatum is gonna keep it 100 with his religious religious zealotry, for if you will, his takes on that. As for me, I'm a very live and let live dude, but at the same time, I'm quite outspoken when it comes to interjecting unnecessary themes in the realm of underage kid, kids' world. Because as a teacher, I feel particularly responsible for keeping young ones safe and so on. Excuse me, people. Okay, so on this topic, it's it's cleverly done, if you will, but it's definitely got the smell of the woke agenda that is pervading a lot of our kids' entertainment these days, which just a lot of people are just not standing for. I just saw that movie. What do you call it? Thor, God of Love, if you would. Thunder and Love. Oh my God, even the title's gotten blurry. Maybe anyway. There's a good old woke theme that's interjected in there that I dare say if you just took it right out of the movie, it would make no difference to the storyline and entertainment factor. It is unnecessary. And anyway, sometimes I just can't let it rip in the name of free speech because some people just get up in their feelings. But I'm not worried about what people think or even isolating people so much because I believe like Musk. I'm a free speech absolutist, but some people just say it better than me. Let's just hear the Hodge twins, the conservative twins. Peppa Pig introduces lesbians to kids. Okay.
Yeah, got a new show for y'all. Who knew that Peppa Pig was a bunch of homosexuals? A bunch of grooming homosexuals. Bitch.
Wait, what?
All right, look here, Peppa Pig. I'm just show you that. I like Peppa Pig, man. No,
Look, man, from the UK, Peppa Pig is like my young ones in the UK just grew up on that stuff, and I just love watching it with them. It's just pure, good old fashioned English stuff. That and Ben and Holly, the stuff from the same animated ilk. All of a sudden, with the a lot of the stuff that's being pushed in kids the kids realm these days, whether it be Arthur talking about George Floyd, might as well be or George Kirby, Mr. Floyd there being apparently killed because he was black, even though there's no evidence of racism playing a factor in the altercation. And it's a curious thing altogether that I'd love to dive into one day. It's strangely convenient for the strangely timed. Let's put it that way. Let's not to offend too many people. Who cares? Strangely convenient, if you would, for the Democrats as the timing of when it happened. But that theme, that real world thing, just all of a sudden being interjected a cartoon full of animals that don't even know what the hell race is, let alone humans, or this is nonsense. Stuff like ever since that started to kick off in 2019 to 2020 to 2021, now in 2022, hell of a lot has happened. And now you've got Peppa Pig joining the fray. It's all these bastards, to be frank, who are working behind the scenes, who are trying to push things in, themes that don't need to be interjected. You could, at the same time, like I said, it's probably cleverly done because they're not talking about the matter very overtly, such as the outrageous things that's been happening in kids' schools around America and so on. But anyway, without further ado, let's keep it going.
oh man, snorting shit. All that damn snorting, man. Yeah, but anyway, It gets annoying when they start eating it. Always like eating. That's spaghetti. I know kids. You know what I know about kid shows? The words that the communication is non-existent. It's just all the kids are there is to hear the noises they make. Yeah, the noises. That's a little communication. That's a little communication. The music like that's not much. You ain't gonna hear no Socrates. You ain't gonna hear no quotes. Yeah, we talking about kids. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna check you out. Peppa Pig's latest episode. It wasn't the latest episode. I think it was out in Britain. This aired, and there's a bunch of groomers out there. There's a bunch of homosexual groomers out there in Great Britain. That whole country is overran by homosexuals. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
That's Ricky Gervais extras. Still, BBC still run by Jews and queers, is it? It's like bloody hell. I mean, that was what's the man's Ricky Gervais had what's the man's name? Keith Chegwin. Yeah, say that line. And as outrageous as it may sound, it's if you were to speak with British people off camera, a lot of people talk that way. Anyway.
Y'all know I'm joking, right? I'm joking.
I know.
The episode would have.
I've been apologizing all video.
2 moms. Check it out.
I like you, Petro.
That's the wrong fucking episode.
Okay. That's
the other one.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's the straight people grooming the kids. Now we're going to the gay stuff.
I guess, yeah, to be honest, you ought to leave that off, but that was sweet. Even though, you know, you got a good old case of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy right there. Anyway.
This is what's got me up and on.
Okay, hit it.
I'm Penny Polar Bear. I live with my mummy and my other mummy. One mummy is a doctor, and one mummy cooks spaghetti.
This is not anything against. Look, at the end of the day, some kids are definitely. Look, this is why I say it's clever about it, is because it's not. It's nothing overtly actual. It's just. It's probably a living. It's obviously a situation that many children are being raised in right now. But at the same time, you know, it's not for me to. I'm going to be libertarian about this. It's not for me to say whether or not that's it's anything about that at all. I might as well mind my business. It's just you could just get a sense of what is being hinted at here. But maybe I'm looking at things with a filter. Let me know what you think about this.
I love spaghetti.
Who the hell eats pasta with no sauce? No meatballs. I mean, I know you and your parents are homosexual, but come on, man.
Come on, dog. That's an easy one.
I mean, don't homosexuals eat that pasta with sauce?
Stop it.
Hey, let me say, y'all trying to get rid of that stigma that homosexuals have. I mean, how you gonna do that and you showing people eating pasta with no sauce? Yeah, that's wrong. Nobody does that. Nobody, not even the homosexuals. But anyway, let's get serious on this. Maybe put some butter and salt on it or something. That shit was straight out the pot. You ain't put no salt, no damn sauce on it.
Yeah, put some olive oil in the pan and a bit of salt in the water.
Hey, but let's get serious on this. All right, man. So the 2 moms, this could have been, I know it's LGBTQ, but yeah, this is like really popular in the black community. There's the mama and the grandma. Yeah, we refer to, you know, your mama. There's mama and then your grandma, big mama.
That's another way to look at it. I mean, to be fair to people of the LGBT, people of that orientation, if you would, there are many ways that dynamic plays out, even in a non so oriented way, if you will.
I mean, this is nothing new to us, especially in the black community. You know, yeah, that's not even funny. That ain't funny.
Yeah, it is. You're talking about got some aunties, you know, some grandmas, and your good old mama, and not to mention some more mama friend, you know, step mama. Anyway,
damn black men just lead the kids. Sorry ass niggas. But no, seriously, I'm sure this is because it's LGBTQ. Yeah, and I can, you know what? The gay community, let me talk to y'all real quick. See, this, the real gay community, not the gay mafia. Yeah, like this was harmless. This could have been a mom and a grandma, but I thought this was harmless. What's hurting the gay community is you gay people and not standing up to the far left gay people. Yeah, the gay people that's, you know, that's taking little kids to drag shows where the women and men are like dressing provocatively and stripping down, and sometimes and the kids giving them money. That's what I have a problem with. This Peppa Pig cartoon. I mean, the pasta pissed me off. That was totally wrong. But, I mean, this is harmless what y'all did. This is harmless. I know why you're doing it, because you want gay people not to have this stigma around them that they're disgusting, disease spreading, monkeypox spreading whores. That's why you want to be treated just like everybody else. I totally get that. Yeah, but I totally understand that. I'm telling you right now, people's not going to see your community that way. Yeah. If you got drag queens stripping down and getting money from kids at drag shows, you lose support in the gay community when you have men competing against women because they identify. Right. You're not going to get support.
Now I understand the whole comment section turning around and saying, look, you're talking about something that's not even in the video, blah 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 blah. But I hate to say this, but fair enough, you have a point. But sometimes one has to read between the lines. Anyway, let's keep going.
From nobody when you have little girls, prepubescent girls getting hysterectomies. Yeah, you pushing puberty blockers on kids. Right, you pushing this stuff on kids that only adults should decide to do. Yeah, if there's good, I mean, there's some great gay people out there. I mean, then you got debauchery out there. That's how they see your community, is debauchery, because y'all not standing up for what's right. Y'all letting these people do all these things to kids and introduce these inappropriate things to little children, man. And the things that's going to be just more likely going to ruin a lot of kids' lives. And you're not saying anything. Y'all know I started. That's why I'm pushing back on Peppa Pig. Yeah, and I wouldn't push back on Peppa because look, I watch Peppa the Pig. It's annoyingly entertaining. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna show you this other episode, the one we kind of showed you. Check out this episode. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about straight children right here. That's what I'm talking about. You're looking at each other.
Oh, I see. It's going a bit too far. One quick kiss and call it a day. That would be fine, but yeah, none of this lingering stuff. Anyway.
3 fingers on it. Hey, you got 3 fingers down home.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
Just stick it out like this. Hey, I don't agree with that pig kissing a damn, what was that, a goat? I don't like all these damn species mixes. Hey, this is wrong. You pigs stick to pigs, goats stick to goats. Hey, see, nobody has a problem with that as far as like being straight because being straight is like typical. Yeah. Right? It's like, I'm gonna say normal. But why is it typical? I'm gonna bring this up.
I mean, is it just talking about the standard at the moment?
What was that? I think for the most, well, I don't want to piss nobody off. Man, you doing it, man. If you brought it up, you might as well bring it up. Like, it's typical to be straight. No shit. Like, we don't have a problem. You, Socrates? Like, we don't have a problem with what these little pigs, even though they're like, what, emulating, 3, 4, 5. I got a problem with it. You speak for yourself. That was a pig kissing a goat. There's something wrong with that. Hey, let's get serious.
Head your pony, man.
You know what they're trying to push all this damn race mixing. That's what they're doing. All that damn race.
I love the way they're using being facetious.
Hey, if we went for race mixing, we wouldn't be here. Thank God for race mixing, huh? Thank God for that dude from Ireland. Yeah, thanks for that 44% European in Scotland I got in it. Hey, let me say something. Like, it's typical to be straight. Why? Because sexuality is pretty much taught. Like, I had 2 parents and it was straight and it was straight. And I heard my parents have sex from time to time. Even much as they hide it, as much as they try to hide it, you still come across it. Yeah. Now, let's say I was adopted. I say this all the time. Let's say if I was adopted by Pete Buttigieg and his no man, I'll jump off a cliff if I'm no, just saying. No man, just say daddy was gay. Let's say my dad was gay. Say my dad was a homosexual. He kicked mom out of the house. I know in hell I'm going with Pete Buttigieg. And daddy brought home another black dude. Brought home Leroy. Who's the Leroy? Yeah, and daddy was in there sucking off Leroy. And I walked in and I overheard this. And I heard them every night banging each other and sucking each other off. What's the possibility that I'm gay?
Hell, you dog. Yeah, putting this all in the video. I guess this is your channel, ain't it?
This is going to be a 99.9% I'm sucking mushroom tips by the time I'm 15 years old. Because that's the way you were raised. Yeah,
Come on,
I think,
dog.
let me say this. At the very least, you would be bisexual. At the very least, I'd be a... What you say? You'll be a flaming homosexual? I'd be a glory hole cum dumpster.
Oh,
so
nasty.
That's what a lot of Christians, a lot of straight people are fearing. Yeah, that's why. This is why a lot of conservatives jump on this and do these videos because they don't want this because they realize it too that sexuality is taught. Sexuality being taught like racism can be taught. Yeah, but I'm not really necessarily upset over this Peppa Pig thing. I mean, gay people want to be included. I mean, they want kids to realize that sometimes parents are 2 dads, 2 moms. I totally get that. But until y'all clean up your image, that you're not pushing this debauchery on kids. You have kids at gay pride parades and it's evil. And
I think that's a good summary of what you're saying. Unfortunately, it's not their fault. People who are of that community, if you will, they're just living life the way they are inclined to, and unfortunately, just like Black Lives Matter has given black people a terrible, we're trying to give black people a bad name. Thank God for the conservative twins. Anyway, and made it seem like we're just a bunch of idiots who can't help but jump into prisons because our brains don't work or something, and we have 3 dimples in the back of our heads, according to Mr. Candy, and blah blah blah. Anyway, that's a reference from Django, and we're a nuisance, but we've tied everyone's hands to stop them from calling a spade and saying, no, you're just a criminal and you should be prosecuted. You're racist. You know, similar things happen with the gay community, in that when it comes to these people who come into this space. So into their space and giving them a bad name because they push their debauched, bloody hell. No, it's not even the case of debauchery. They push their perverse indoctrination into the kids' world, which has nothing to do with sexuality. You understand me? Those people have tarnished the image to the point where something like this put in Peppa Pig is just now red flagged by people who are just on the everyone's on guard now, just trying to get their kids to not be taught nonsense out of school where their grades are dropping. Just the mention of this, it just gets people worked up. So it's that's unfair in terms of what the hell has happened to society. But at the same time, I guess you need people sometimes. This is where you need the hard right to kind of bring things back to the middle. Follow the audience, you know. I mean, hell, if the audience say, "What I'm listening to some conservatives right now," and Officer Tatum, if people who watch Peppa Pig are all for it, what are we to say? But at the same time, I guess we can still have our opinions, can't we? But let me know what you think, people.
It's just demonic things are going on. The gay LGBT, there's going to always be a stigma around your community until y'all clean it up. Yeah. That's why conservatives are going to push back on this. Yeah. Like this Peppa the Pig, that was harmless. That shit was harmless. I'm more pissed off about the spaghetti with no sauce. I mean, it's not harmless when you combine it with everything else the gay community's doing. Yeah. That's why we even push back on the Peppa the Pig. I don't really think it's a majority of it's from the gay community. It's just from the far left gay community. Just the people that happen to be gay, they're too cowardly to say anything. Yeah. To push back on the militant gays. Yeah. The militant debauchery gays. Yeah. The gay mafia, man. That was a damn good show. For more damn good shows, click the videos, link right here on the link in the description box. And don't forget to red pill the morons, the liberals, progressives, the gay mafia in the comment section below. Yeah.
You guys are funny as hell. Well, people, that was a controversial video, but listen, I have no ill feelings towards anybody, and I respect people living lives the way that they do. I'm just all about free speech. I just have been not giving my thoughts on certain social matters for a long time, and I just thought, why not I just open the floor here. Listen, if you guys misunderstand where I'm coming from, if you think I'm being a hater or not, please let me have it in the comments. Just let me have it. I don't mind. But I just want, like as Tom McDonald said, let's just have the conversation. I just want us to talk. Anyway, people, catch you next time. Peace.